Summer is in full swing. From hot chicken to cool sundresses, I'm sharing some of my favorite people, places, and products with you on today's show. First, you'll come with me to Chicken Guy in downtown Nashville for a conversation with Guy Fieri to find out why he loves Music City so much and why he's traveling through Tennessee with family and friends in RVs. Then, we're going to crack up with local writer and comedian Bandis. Her first book, Rookie Mistakes, is helping us find humor in life's difficult moments and perhaps explain why it's so hard to find mom friends. Next, I'm chatting with Christian recording artist Colton Dixon to discuss his latest single, a new TV show, and what makes his family dynamic so unique. Finally, I'm showing off and trying on the hottest dresses of summer so you know exactly what to pack and wear on your next vacation. So grab something cool to drink and text a friend you want to get away with, because this is the Sami Cone Show.
From the News Channel 5 Network, this is the Sami Cone Show.
Nashville is known for its chicken, but I'm standing somewhere where chicken is really making a name for itself in Nashville. That's right, Chicken Guy in downtown Nashville is unlike any chicken you've ever had for a number of reasons, and we're going to explore exactly why with the namesake himself today. Let's go check it out. Was it intimidating opening up a chicken restaurant here?
I figure if I'm going to, it's go big or go home. And, Prince's Fried Chicken is probably one of the hot chicken there is one of my favorite places in the whole world. Okay. I have one of their frying pans at home hanging on the wall.
How did you get that away from?
I'm telling you, I went back and sweet talked them enough times. I think that they just had to get rid of me. Take the pan and he'll leave. But one of my favorites, and I really have such respect for how people appreciate their fried chicken. I think the way we make fried chicken, I think the process from natural, not frozen, antibiotic-free, pressure fried, hand battered, from the sauces to the recipes, it's all chef-driven. And I figure if we're going to do it, bring it to the epicenter of fried chicken, bring it to Nashville.
Now, some may say there's some other restaurants that do chicken. What sets Chicken Guy apart?
Guy always has a unique twist on all of his recipes, restaurants, and everything. So he wanted to create a restaurant, or the chicken, where everything's fresh, brought to you fresh. Everything's hand pounded, breaded, in store. We have 22 sauces, which is the unique portion of this concept, so you can have a different experience each time you come.
Right, we're in Nashville. Guy, can you just talk to me about when did you go from like Food Network star auditions to having multiple shows and your family touring around in RVs? Can you take me through?
Oh, I don't know that we have enough time to go through that whole hot mess, but no, we love Nashville, and this is all my friends and family back here. We have 6 families, 6 big RVs. We've been traveling around the greater Nashville, Tennessee area. We've been to Pigeon Forge, to our downtown Flavortown restaurant. It's just been great.
Why here? Like, you just said why Nashville's so important, but why is it important to bring people into Nashville? And this is your first Nashville restaurant, correct?
First Nashville restaurant, hopefully to do a lot more. Here's what it is. If people think that Nashville is just country music, they're not getting it. There is a ton going on. There's an awesome food scene, awesome entertainment scene, and the people of Tennessee are so friendly. It's great culture. It's great family. There's so much to do. It's great weather. It's just been such an eye-opener for everybody, including myself. I've shot Triple D in various parts of Tennessee, but I got to see so much. Just really been a great trip. We've been on the road for 2 weeks. Today's the last day, and we thought we'd wrap it up here in Nashville at Chicken Guy, and it's been, having my boys work on the line's been awesome.
And can you talk a little bit about why this restaurant and why downtown in particular?
One of the first places we wanted to come was the Nashville market, and specifically downtown. And we're here on 2nd Avenue where, there's been there were some issues with the bombing a few years ago. And, we went ahead and just moved forward with our project because we know it's going to rebuild and go from there.
You were starting out one time, like you said, you couldn't have imagined all this. What advice would you give to your kids that are watching, that want to do something bigger than they could even dream of? How would you advise them?
Well, I really believe in putting it out to the universe. If you can talk about what you want to be and what you want to do and what you want to become, Tell people about it. Share that message with people. You never know when you're going to run into somebody that says, really, you want to be a chef? Okay, come down to my restaurant and I'll help you. Hey, you want to be a mechanic? You want to be a race car driver? Whatever you may want to be, if you'll tell people about it and you'll send it to the universe, as I say, I think that there are people like myself that want to help the younger generation, inspire. That's my goddaughter, Trinity. She wanted to help today. I said, great, you're the sauce slinger. And she's here. I got a couple of my cousins working the front registers. They all want a little bit of experience. It can happen. You just gotta let people know.
Nashville's 2nd Avenue was really impacted after those horrific Christmas bombings. But as you can see, we are coming back stronger than ever. Downtown is being restored and revitalized with amazing establishments, music, restaurants, especially like here at Chicken Guy. So come check it out and see what Music City is all about. If you don't feel like you've got it all together all the time, don't worry, you're not alone. My next guest is not only telling us how she gets through some of these rookie mistakes, but she's having fun while doing it. Kelly Bandis, how are you doing?
I am doing pretty good. How are you, Sammy?
Depends on the day, right?
Do you want to know the truth? No,
I do want to know the
truth,
right? Yeah, we were just saying that too. I said something to someone, and I'm like, "Can I be honest with you?" And they're like, "I would hope so."
Yeah.
What? Let's just talk about that.
Yeah.
It's hard to answer honestly, and I even gotten a little bit of a tiff with my husband recently. He's like, when people ask you how are you, they don't really want to know. I'm like, but I honestly tell people. Like, do you find that?
I want to know how people are really doing, because I know that on any given day, my life could be a dumpster fire, and I want to be able to tell people that. I think we've been conditioned for so long just to be like, I'm great.
Yeah.
And it feels yucky now to do that almost.
It does, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're a writer, you're a comedian.
Yes.
Do people just always expect you to be funny and always have a great day?
I think maybe. And
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, like when I'm hanging out with my best friend, she's like, you're not that funny in real life. And I appreciate that, because it keeps me humble. And yeah, I think we're all, no matter what we're doing in our lives, whether we're a TV host or writer, whatever, we all have crappy days.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to share that. And I feel like that gives us a chance to connect when I walk in. I'm like, I'm not that great.
Well,
and then we can talk about it.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that I find so funny that you do, you do TikTok, you do Reels, which I think you've really become known for, but like the mom stuff just hits different.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if that's what you like, if you have like a most popular or most talked about, but can you just say, why is it so hard to find mom friends? Like, what's the deal?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I just posted a video today, one of those trying to find mom friends videos, and I had a whole bunch of people in the comments being like, here's some great things you could talk about with other people. And I was like, no, I know how to have a conversation.
Right.
It's just there's something about connecting with other moms, other women,
Right.
that can sometimes feel a little tumultuous, a little anxiety producing.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that we can connect on that it's anxiety producing and laugh about it together, it kind of takes the edge off a little bit.
Yeah. What else do you think resonates so much with your audience, and why do you think people have really like latched on to watching you? And I feel like they need more of you. I feel like when you take a break, it's like, where'd Kelly go? We need more
So
Kelly.
sweet. That's so nice. I think a lot of it is, social media culture for so long has been this like perfect living for the gram. I got to get the right shot of my food on my plate. And now, and it's not just me, it's lots of people kind of being more honest about where they are in their lives and letting everyone know, I don't have this figured out. I don't have this all together. And I'm not going to get to some arbitrary point in the future where I do. And that's okay. And being humble in that space to be like, I'm never going to figure this all the way out. So let's kind of figure it out together.
Thank you for saying that.
You're
yes.
welcome.
You say that and other things. You have a new book, your first book,
Yes.
called Rookie Mistakes.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it and that tagline that is so important.
Yes, a grown-up's field guide for getting your act together. And not that I do have my act together, but Rookie Mistakes is a book for anyone who, despite their best efforts, continues to make mistakes, even though they're fully formed adults.
Right.
And approaching those mistakes from a position of humility and kind of seeing that they offer us a chance to grow together and evolve better together. And not just, for so long I would make a mistake and be like, oh, don't tell anybody, don't talk about that. But really, when we can share that and learn from what each other have been through, I think it offers us an opportunity to just, forge deeper connections and like I said, get better together.
Yeah, for sure. And we're almost out of time, but how do you then translate that to parenting? Because, I see how you encourage other women, other moms especially, but how do you then translate that message to your kids?
I think this is one of the best things I've learned through the process of writing this book is if I'm going to extend this grace to myself, forgive myself over and over for making mistakes, then I absolutely have to do that with my kids as well. It's not a one and done, listen to me or the highway, my way or the highway. You got to give them grace.
That's so good. Kelly, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
We talk about so much more. Kelly's book, Rookie Mistakes, is out this month. Make sure you get it wherever books are sold. Audiobook as well?
Audiobook's ready.
Everything's ready to go. So make sure you check out Rookie Mistakes. Kelly, thank you for joining us.
Thank
we'll see you on
Sami.
the gram.
Yes.
Thanks for being here. You may remember my next guest from American Idol, but what he has done in the years since has really superseded, I think, any of our wildest dreams. Please help me welcome Colton Dixon. Colton, how are you, friend?
I'm so good. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you. I'm a little sad I don't get to see your beautiful wife, Annie, and your babies along. Selfishly, I would just like to catch up with the family right now. So since
I get it. I'm used to it. It's fine.
Father's Day is recently behind us. Can we just, how is your beautiful family?
They're wonderful. Annie says hello. The girls are so good. They don't stop growing. I don't love that. It's like each season I fall in love with, and then it changes. But we're loving it. Every step of the way has been wonderful, and there'll be 2 in August, which is mind blowing.
I said in the beginning you were on American Idol. Was that really 10 years ago, or am I making that up?
That's 10 years ago. Isn't that crazy?
What is it about your family and that faith that they instilled in you that just seems to have superseded anything that has happened to you, good or bad?
I love my folks. Was with the whole group yesterday for Father's Day, actually. And yeah, they're just a great example of a married couple who went to church and had great values and instilled that into Skylar and I. But there does come a point in everyone's life where you have to make faith your own. You can't rely on your parents anymore. And yeah, I think they gave us a great foundation to jump off of. We had a jump start and knew what was right and what wasn't at an early age. So I'm thankful for them, but even the people afterwards going to youth group. And there were a lot of people that were around us on purpose. You are who you hang around, and they understood that. We understood that. So I'm thankful for that and for the importance they put on that. But honestly, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. And Annie is the bomb. And even just this weekend, I was doing a cover of a song, and it was made kind of popular in this really popular TV show. I won't even mention it. She's like, "You got young watchers, do you think that's the best thing?" And just being honest. And I'm like, no, I don't think I would recommend that to some of those, young eyes on my social media. So just little things like that, she makes me aware, and I'm thankful for the little things that she brings to the table. She brings tons of big things to the table as well, but she's the bomb. Yeah,
she is the bomb. I concur with that. And speaking, she's very fashionable, might I add to it. She's beautiful on the inside and out. Do you notice the nautical theme that I have today for you in particular, Colton? Do you know why
I was wondering if it was for me,
theme?
but I wasn't going to assume.
It was only for you. Do you have a thing with water and boats and nautical references? I'm just asking.
I think every Christian artist does at one point in their career. I thought I was done with the nautical theme after my second record, which was called Anchor. But here we are yet again.
Here we are with Build a Boat. So thank you. That was a perfect transition. I like that you picked up on that without any coaching whatsoever. Build a Boat is now hitting Christian radio. Can you just give a little bit of the backstory of it, please?
Yes. And we wanted to write a song that was centered around this theme of crazy faith and what that means for us believers. And so many stories in the Bible starts off with this either big ask or crazy impossible situation as it seemed. You've got Moses who parted the Red Sea, Peter walking on water, and of course Noah building a boat in the middle of a drought. So there are these huge stories where faith played a big part, and faith requires something. It requires stepping out before you see the end result. So I wanted to write this song that was like, hey, there's a reward waiting on the other side of crazy faith. Like when God asks something big of you, he wants to get something big to you. So with that perspective, it's so much easier to step out and know that God is that safety net. He's got you. He's getting something to you. So yeah, a challenge to maybe get outside of what's comfortable, and say, you know what, looks like I'm in the middle of a desert right now. I'm in a dry season, but I'm going to stand on the promise of God anyway, and I'm going to do what I know to do. So that's what the song's about. We did have a lot of fun with the nautical theme.
Well, it is a good one.
I'm
It's
excited for this
applicable.
song.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
excited too. It's, I've listened to your music through, I hope this is a compliment, through some of the lowest times in my life, and it has lifted me up. And I think, waves especially do that, right? It
Yeah, they
helps
do.
bring everyone to, back to resurface, right? We can
Yeah.
all do that together. So I want to thank you, just not for me, but for so many that, feel the same way about your music. And now you mentioned TV before that. Did I see this right? Are you in a pilot of a comedy?
Yeah.
Colton Dixon? What is going on?
This is the funniest story. I am in a pilot episode or pilot season for this new show called Live and Local. I didn't even know it. And let me explain. I thought it was just an interview like we're doing right now.
Right.
And it just happened to be with, Uncle Joey from Full House, which I was like, pinch me. This is so cool. They were so nice, but I'm playing myself, and you might think, wow, Colton's a great actor. It's because it was all real. I was just being me. But they kind of tried to explain it. I just feel like it didn't click to me. So It was an authentic interview, but they allowed me to be a guest on their fake radio show called Live and Local. The show looks amazing. It's kind of like behind the scenes of Christian radio and what that is. So I'm excited to watch it as a fan. But that was a cool opportunity.
A thing or two about that. Well, all I want to say is keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for taking time to be on this real interview today. I promise this is what it is. This is the Sami Cohn Show. There's no Hollywood contract behind it. But I do want to encourage everyone to listen to Build a Boat. Colton, just again, big hugs and kisses to your family. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Sami. You're awesome.
We'll see you soon.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh. Yes. Got to go. Summer is the perfect time for a wardrobe refresh, especially when it comes to sundresses. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite new picks from one of my favorite brands, Able. Not only are they headquartered here locally, but they're doing so much to advance fashion forward, from size inclusivity to fair wages for women. I could not love them more. So let me get right to it, because these are great things for a capsule wardrobe, a trip, you name it. And I'm starting here with the Carolyn maxi dress. Now just take my word for it. I was not going to try this on when I saw it on the hanger, and it is probably one of my favorites of everything I'm going to show you. It's got a little bit of this kind of paper bag linen. It's got the drawstring waist, the tiered ruffle at the bottom. It is so flattering on, especially with this little ruffle sleeve here. Okay. Now we're going to go to this smocked dress. Now this, I will say, where the Carolyn runs really true to size, this Molly smocked dress here is a little large, so you could maybe size down, but it gathers you at the waist here. I love the print that it has. And then of course, ladies, it has pockets. Now speaking of pockets, I just want to mention too, because it goes so great, this bag is one of my new favorites that Able has. And so it's got a ton of pockets inside, and it also has the strap if you want to make it a crossbody. For traveling, this is a new must. Okay, speaking of traveling, I know I'm talking about summer and dresses, but you need a bomber jacket, and the Burke bomber is the way to go. It's got this great zipper. It's got the darting in back here, plus you can actually cinch it. It's got some detailing underneath here. So make sure you grab a jacket. Planes are cold, restaurants are cold. Okay, we've got the Rosy Maxi here in lilac. Now I'm going to say this is also true to size. I love the color. This pairs really well with the Burke bomber as well. It's a plain dress, so if you had to choose one piece, this might not be my go-to, but it is super, super comfortable. Now, let me show you something that surprised me. This Tyler strappy maxi dress. I don't love my arms, so I don't normally go for a strappy maxi, but this, especially with the back detailing, is so flattering. Yes, it has pockets, and this sage green and the tiered skirt is so pretty. Now, the sage, I have to show you. I said dresses, but this little set, this with the Jordan short sleeve button down in the short, it comes in other colors as well, but this is so easy and breezy. I tied this with the short. They can be worn separately, obviously, but this is a great set to have on hand. Speaking of great sets, again, I'd be remiss if I didn't show you this tiered skirt with the Erna blouse. Again, great separate, but really pretty if worn together. I wasn't sure if I was going to be big on this trend with kind of the, midriff showing, but you can pull it up so that it covers. It's just such a pretty pattern. I love this yellow floral. Okay, here's another, take my word on it. This Joyce smocked dress here. I didn't think I was going to love the color. Here we go, and I do. You need a long sleeve sundress. Not only with this transition great for fall, but the smocking is so flattering, and yes, of course, the pockets. It's a good midi length, so it travels really well. And then the final is this Jane maxi dress. Now, this is not, I would say, not necessarily the most flattering in terms of body conscious, but if you want something that's truly easy to put on, it goes a lot of places, and this sunny yellow is so pretty. The Jane is your choice. Now, if you're looking for shoes, the Whitney sandal is a great kind of elevated, it's got that elevated Birkenstock feel. It's really pretty. Or if you want some more affordable options, I'm also going to put on the blog the 3 must-have Walmart dresses that you can find that I think you'll really be appreciative of. But head over to Able in the Nations. Go online. You can also try items on for free, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Head to SamiCone.com for all my suggestions. Before I go, I need you to know to embrace today. I've seen a lot of mom jokes on social media lately, but they all seem to have a similar theme. Parents can't wait for summer to get here so they can relax, but then we spend all summer in a car shuttling our kids back and forth to various activities, parties, and play dates. If we're not careful to set aside time for ourselves and plan intentionally with our families, we can become more divided than we are during the school year. Last week, my daughter had a big decision to make about college, and I knew she couldn't make the choice wisely without a visit. Ironically, we all had 2 consecutive days free. Now, normally, I'd never suggest driving 16 hours round trip to a destination when we only had 48 hours in total, but in this case, I knew the journey together would be as meaningful as the destination itself. And I was right. The fact that I was willing to drop everything and get in the car not only showed my kids how deep my love is for them, but we made memories none of us will forget. And yes, we also ultimately made that difficult college decision on the drive home. Deuteronomy 31:6 reminds us that God will never leave us nor forsake us. As I'm about to launch my first child into her college years, I also needed her to know that no matter where she goes, I will always be there for her, and we will always be close by in each other's hearts. So while you may not be able to take an unexpected road trip this weekend, I challenge you to examine how you can embrace today in your own way. I hope you had as much fun as I did with everyone on today's show. I hope you have a great day. Make sure you make it great, and do not wait to tell someone you love how you feel about them. Bye, friends.